Okay. Hello, my name is Caleb Jorgensen, and this is my what I am calling my PC inventory project. Truly what it is it's a SQL relational database project. And so I have a really pretty simple setup here. I'll go over my program and then the or my code, and then I'll go over it working. So I have a SQL project that basically has tables that are created for vendors, parts, and inventory if it doesn't exist already. I've already ran this a couple times through those, so those tables now do exist, along with the fields or columns that are needed for that. So, I mean, for instance, like a vendor one is very simple. Vendor has, integer, a name, and a location. A part, same thing, an ID, a name, category, price, quantity, and then I have a couple other things that the program does, like add date, and that's something that we don't enter in, but is added automatically through an actual Python program. Um, and then an inventory log, same thing, just as inventorying the quantities of the items, correct? Of the parts. So real simple. I have this DB manager that kind of helps initialize between um, my SQ or SQL file and my main Python file works together. This is where I import some of the Python libraries, and then to my actual main Python project. Very simple, very straightforward. It's just a while loop of basically asking questions to get us through the menu of initializing the database, adding a part, list parts, um, vendor, add vendor, exit, stuff like that. And so over here, I have just like a simple Word document of being able to enter in um, products. And so I will kind of give an example. And before I do that, real quick, before I forget, so here is my SQLite Explorer. It allows me to actually look at my tables. And so, like, if I run parts, you can see that I already have a part, the part of the Resin 5 5600X CPU price, quantity 10, vendors, same thing. I have a Tech World supply vendor. Here's an inventory log one, and that one should be empty, which it is. Um, and I'll keep that open so you can actually see it update in real time. So let's go. We're on our main here. There, run. Okay. So PC parts inventory. So you have your five options. I can initialize the database first if I want to. Oh, let me make sure. There we go. Database is initialized. I can list the parts right now, and so we know from this part right here, if I click it, we have one already in there, and if I click to run, that same part comes up in a different format. With the date could be probably formatted better. And there is no vendor ID or vendor included with it at this current time. Um, so I can now let's add a part. So I'll do two. Part name, we'll do the second one. So it's the Intel for I5 dash 12 or 12.4.0.0 F. Category, it gives an example, CPU, GPU, etc., stuff like that. This is a CPU. Enter price. Price is 179.99. Quantity is 8. And it says vendor ID of 2, which is an example. I think if I do that, I'll have a problem. So I'm going to do vendor ID of 1 because I only have one vendor in right now. We'll click enter. Bam, and there we go. And so now I should be able to refresh this part, run it again. It should be there, and it is vendor ID of 1. I can also come back to the actual project and run list part. Now I have 2 of them. And not only that, but you see the Tech World supply is put in for the vendor name here, which we know is right here, or I can run the vendors, which is true. Just to show that add vendor works, I can click 4, vendor name. Let's do this. Byte Depot. Enter. They are located in Austin, Texas. Enter, and bam, that's good. That's golden. Same thing. We'll refresh. We'll click run, and bam, Austin, Texas, or Byte Depot in Austin, Texas is added. So overall, this is my project. A very simple Python and SQL database or relational database. Um, yeah, thank you.